fate and the future of this world shall be decided here.
That's right, we got Transformers. So Transformers, the movie, the game. Boy, oh boy, 2007. So much like any game based on the movie, this was being made before the movie was even finished. So typically, like with any of these kind of games, they have to go off like a rough drafted script or some version of said script and then try to make a game out of it. Like sometimes they just get like cliff notes of like, these things happen, put these in the game. Boy. So this is, doesn't follow the movie canon, and I am going to rip this game apart. I've seen some people pop up that are like, it was actually really fun. Like, no, I've played fun Transformers games. This was not even close to one of the ones I played that was fun. Oof. So as far as being close to the movie, not fucking really. Like for the movie, the Autobots, like we open with the Decepticons, which you get if you play the Decepticon line. Because this game is, the only neat thing it has is that you can play as either the Autobots or you can play as the Decepticons. And then if you play as the Decepticons, you just change the way the movie is, where the Decepticons win and the Autobots lose. Really the only thing it does there. But as far as following the movie, so playing as the Autobots, which is what I did, because after playing as the Autobots, I couldn't bear myself to sit through playing as the Decepticons. I played the first level, and then I was like, this is just, I can't, this game's not great. This game, bury it in your nostalgia, remember it as good if you do as a child, and don't try to go back to it, which we'll get into as we go through it. But for the Autobots part, it's fucking weird. So movie-wise, the Autobots come down and we get like all of them finding their transformations. This one, Bumblebee, just apparently has extra things he's doing. Because he has to like go find Sam, and you have to like clear out a power factory. Like literally it makes you destroy all the fucking canisters of shit just so that the other Autobots can land, and they don't even land where the power station is. So why it makes me destroy things, I don't understand. But you pretty much just fight Decepticons just in broad daylight in the street. There's police that will come out and try to stop you, which by stop you, I mean they just kind of drive up to your feet and they're like, oh my god, a giant fucking robot, and then they kind of get blown up by everybody, and then you lose good guy points because, oh, you're blowing up and it's like, well, maybe they should stop just being in the fucking middle of a giant robot battle. You know, everyone think of that? But as far as following movie canon, does Bumblebee first get found in the dealership? When they finally get to it, yeah, but the first parts of it are literally fight Decepticons, stop Decepticons from destroying town, clear power station for some fucking reason, I don't fucking know, and then set up a relay, and then the other Autobots come, and I'm like, alright, I guess for a game, you're gonna kind of branch out and do extra things, sure, I guess. These games are also really short. Basically you can play them with like both sides of it. So both the Autobot and Decepticon are 2 hours each. So it's like a 4-hour game. It's a very, very short game. It just turns longer because, my fucking god, the combat in this fucking game. So if you ever wanted to just use weapons, but then every fucking person has a like unkillable shield, and they just continuously use that, so it makes all of your guns completely fucking pointless. Welcome to Transformers, the movie, the game, where everyone has just a block shield that just, like, it makes your guns fucking worthless. Like, they might as well have not given any of the people weapons, because every time you go to shoot, you just hit this fucking shield that they have on, and you can't do fucking anything. Which will not get better as this game fucking goes. But you do finally get Bumblebee to the dealership, which, another thing I'm going to point out of why I think this game's not that fucking great in general. So what is it that Transformers do, right? Let's do a little nerd lesson here. Transformers are robots who transform into vehicles. So making a game with a lot of vehicle things, you think at some goddamn point someone would have gone, maybe we should try to make sure that the driving in this game works. This is some of the worst driving I've ever experienced for a game. Holy fuck. I would have just stayed fucking robot mode and run to wherever the hell I had to on the map, because that's another thing, is you just have like a general sandboxy kind of map, and you're just running or driving, because that's faster, but it's shitty, to each point that then starts the next mission that continues the movie plot, blah blah blah. And you can also replay levels, like they're all just on the sandbox, and you just, if you want to replay one, you can. But the driving is so fucking bad. Like you just kind of I'm trying to collect my thoughts of how to even fucking talk about this. So if you're driving and you go to make a turn, your car will basically just slide to the fucking side. Not like swerve or like the back end goes, like, no, the whole fucking car, like you're on an ice rink. And an ice rink with fucking sand in it, because it's so like not smooth the way you slide across. It's also super fucking touchy. Like every little fucking movement will take you way overcorrect to what you're trying to do. I can't count how many fucking times I would get into a side area by accident, and then I'm like, hope, you know, as normal, I'll have gameplay footage things going on, and I'm pretty sure I have some of it recorded where like I was just driving and made a wrong turn because of the shitty driving mechanic, and then my character just kept doing a fucking donut, and I cannot tell you enough, I was not pushing the stick that hard. I literally would just go, okay, start driving, take a right, get off where we are, and I would just do a fucking donut and couldn't stop doing that donut until I completely hit the brakes and made the vehicle stop. And then just don't tell it to turn. Don't tell it to turn at all. Just drive straight. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you're not against a wall or like right in front of a wall or something, and you can just drive straight and then tell it to turn and hope it doesn't do what it did before. Fuck, it's just so bad. So you get Bumblebee, you get to the dealership, and then it's not Bernie. It's not Bernie Mac. And that was so upsetting, because Bernie Mac's cameo character for Transformers, where he's the dealership guy, is such a like just funny scene, and it's just such a fun scene to have in there when he's getting the car, when he gets Bumblebee. But that's completely different here, and again, because they get a different version of the script when they're making the game, because they make it before the movie's done and it's part of marketing, blah blah blah. But this is such a letdown. I hate this dealership. It's just kind of fucking stupid. And then that turns into, we got to do more battling things, and then you go to Jazz, and Jazz is a sports car, so you think that maybe he's going to handle a little bit better than Bumblebee is the Camaro. Fuck no. Jazz actually has maybe the worst fucking driving handling in the entire fucking game. Like, oh my fucking god. He's very fast. They got that right for the kind of car he is, but he handles fucking like shit, and trying to get to a destination, you like, no. And again, I would just go robot mode, but you can't run. You just have this singular pace that the robots like walk, whatever the fuck, and it's not fast enough to get to destinations you have to get to. But also with Jazz, it's like Jazz ends up doing what he does because the Autobots are coming, and you gotta whatever, and he has to cause a distraction. So what does Jazz do as a distraction? Well, I'm glad you asked. He just blows up fucking gas stations, because the Autobots are notorious for blowing up gas stations and putting millions of people in peril around the city as they just blow up gas stations. And not even just blow up gas stations. There's like blockades of cops and the Sector 17 or Sector 7, whatever, the dudes who hunt them down in the movies. And you just kind of plow through them, blow them up, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, we're just domestic terrorists as Jazz. We're straight up just domestic fucking terrorists. We're just blowing up gas stations and killing all these people because fuck it, they're not on our side, I guess. We need a distraction. I don't know. It's a weird choice for Transformers because they're supposed to be saving humanity and valuing human life, and Jazz does the complete fucking opposite his entire mission. And then you get back to Bumblebee, and you have to fight Sideswipe, who is the cop car Decepticon. I fucking hated this fight, and I'm gonna have as much of that as I can have in here, and hopefully I can include a lot of it, because oh my god, this fight was dumb as shit. And let me tell you, it's the first like time you really get to experience a big boss fight, like you versus an actual Decepticon and not a like little minion goon whatever thug. It's so fucking stupid. He just keeps doing the fucking windmill bullshit, and at first I was like, what the fuck am I seeing? His fucking defense shield shit is on, so my guns mean absolutely nothing, and I can't get close to punch him because he's doing this fucking windmilling arm bullshit. You have to just grab something and throw it at him, and then after it hits him, he'll fall down, and then you punch him a couple times, get one combo in, and then it will skip to the next cutscene. And then in this and then after the cutscene, you shoot him a bunch as you're driving. Again, fucking just the worst. The targeting is also really bad because it says like L1 whatever to lock on, and that doesn't always fucking work. Sometimes you just literally have to put the cursor that you're using to look, like what you would have like the dot on the screen, that fucking thing is the thing you aim with. So if L1 isn't working, which it, in my experience, it almost never fucking did to lock onto my target, you have to physically move your camera to put the cursor on your target. Try doing that while you're fucking driving with this shitty mechanic. Yeah, it drove me fucking nuts. But you shoot it so that you can get rid of dust, you can get rid of Sideswipe goes away, like disabled, whatever, and then you get to the next spot, and then Sam and Michaela, who's definitely not Megan Fox, they run off again, and you have to fight fucking Sideswipe again and again. It is just pick up item, which also does not fucking work the way it should. There are too many goddamn times I'd be standing directly over a fucking car, press circle to pick it up to throw, and Bumblebee wouldn't pick up fucking anything. And that was a problem the entire time I played, where like sometimes the mechanics are just like, you're not pressing that button, I don't know what you're pressing, but it's definitely not circle. And I'm just sitting there mashing circle like I'm fucking pressing the button, you son of a bitch! And but anyway, once you finally get to pick up a fucking item, you throw it to Sideswipe. I keep wanting to call him Death Swipe. You throw it to Sideswipe, he goes down, same thing, hit him with a combo, and then it goes to the next cutscene, and then you do that I think a third time, and then finally Sideswipe is put to sleep or whatever the fuck he does, and then oh no, Jazz got picked up by fucking Sector 7, which it's been a minute since I watched the first Transformers movie, but I don't remember that happening in the first Transformers movie where he gets taken by helicopter and then the Autobots have to save him. But maybe I'm wrong. In fact, I'm going to watch it after recording this, and then I'll know if I'm wrong for the episode, and then I can go, fuck, I'm an idiot. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. But then you get to be Ironhide, because before he gets taken, Jazz is getting chased all over by things, and so Ironhide has to come to the aid. And there's like, Ironhide has the best weapons, which I'm glad they kept that accurate, because Ironhide for Transformers, I'm not a Transformers person, but my co-host on my main show, What an Oddcast, Anthony, he is 100% a Transformers person, and he has explained to me many times things that I didn't quite understand about a character. Ironhide is the arsenal guy, like he is the weaponry master. So him having the best weapons totally makes sense. Like I love his like Gatling gun arm and his missile arm, fucking cool as shit. Can you guess what you don't get to fucking use in his goddamn missions saving Jazz? You don't really get to experience how good his weapons are, of like they really really feel like good weapons. Like when you're shooting them, they feel like it's a machine gun inside his arm, like a chain gun, and it feels like you're shooting big heavy missiles, and they work really well when you can use them. But then this game decides, hey, I know we gave you the person with the best weapons next to Optimus. He also has, I would say him and Optimus and Ironhide have the best weapons to use. But like, hey, we just gave you Ironhide, you have really good weapons. You're gonna fight enemies that literally are just sideswipe of the, you can't shoot them because of their damage shield, and you just have to pick shit up and throw it at them and then beat them up. I wanted to scream. Folks, I cannot describe to you how badly I wanted to fucking scream at this game when you're giving me the best fucking weapon character and you don't get to use said fucking weapons at all because fuck you. And because then it immediately switches back to other characters, and I'm like, motherfucker, I wanted to like use his guns. His guns are the best. Why do you do this to me? But like, all in all, we'll skip straight to the end. This is going to be a short and sweet video. Really, it doesn't follow too much with the actual fucking movie. The Decepticons are doing like all the same missions you're doing here, except instead of where the movie where the Autobots win, all of them are geared towards the Decepticons do the exact same thing or are countering what you were doing, and they actually succeed. That's really about fucking it. Because by the time you get to the end, it's definitely not the movie, because it's not Sam using the Allspark to kill Megatron, and instead we get, I can't make this shit up. Optimus holds the fucking Allspark in his hand, and Superboy Prime punches him in the chest and erases him from existence. And that's how they defeat Megatron in the game. And I went, that's not exactly how the movie did it. So I feel like somebody didn't give them how the movie actually ended to make it work for the game, where it would just be like, instead of Optimus trying to find the Allspark, it's just get Allspark to Sam or whatever, or protect Sam while he gets it. But instead, this is like, oh no, you're playing as Optimus, find the Allspark, okay, you found it, alright, here's a cutscene, and Superboy Prime fucking super punch, and Megatron's dead, you win, game over. Now, the Decepticon side of it, it's the complete opposite, obviously. Megatron fucking uses it against Optimus dies, and then there's a bonus level for some fucking reason where you're just Megatron on Cybertron before the movie, and it's him just murdering a bunch of it's him murdering a bunch of Autobots and him escaping and coming down to Earth to find the shit. And that's Transformers, the movie, the game. Again, I'll put it on screen here if I didn't use it all. Just the worst fucking driving ever. And in a game, again, where you're turning into vehicles and driving around in between robot mode, probably should have put some fucking effort into making it actually drivable. This game drove me fucking nuts. I will never touch this game again because this one is just really fucking stupid. I'm glad it was really cheap and I got to go through it, but there are way better Transformers games that have been made since this came out. If I can somehow find Revenge of the Fallen, then maybe I'll see if that one was any better. I've seen things of that was a little bit better of a game, but we'll find out at some point, somehow, even if I have to go by other means. But the first one, dog shit, right? I'll be honest, just absolute dog shit. This game is really, really, really bad. The driving's fucking terrible. A lot of the time, your guns just get blocked by fucking God mode shield. Like, who the fuck designed that? Where everyone just has this God mode shield they activate, and it's like, yeah, no, your guns don't mean shit. You have to punch the shit out of us, you big giant robot with many, many guns. Fucking annoying. And then also just give them better notes when they were making it, right? Like, put things that are actually from the movie into the game so it fits a little bit better. Because this one takes a lot of things that were in the movie, but it just changes how they are. Like Jazz being a fucking domestic terrorist. Why is that a thing? Why is Jazz blowing up multiple gas stations and murdering people? That's not a thing Autobots do. And the Ironhide mission in the beginning is almost the exact same way, where it's like, if someone gets in your way, just fucking throw them up, blow them up, who gives a shit? You're fighting Decepticons. And it's like, that's completely betrays that the Autobots want to help humans. Like, you're fucking murdering them. Like, oh my god. So does it follow the canon of the movie, not fucking really. And again, I would say just avoid it. Don't have to play it. Don't have to play it at all. It's not good. But anyway, I'll be back with another game thing at some point. Maybe even just a full playthrough of something. Maybe I'll do another one of those, like it was Sly Cooper. Who the fuck knows? But until then, stay odd, stay happy.